Hello, I'm Gabrielle and I'm the Assistant Curator here at Hull and East Riding Museum, and I'm going to talk to you today about one of our mosaics. It comes from Rudston Roman Villa, which is a little bit north of Hull towards Bridlington, and it was made in the 3rd century AD. There are quite a few mosaics from Rudston Villa, and you can actually see some of the others around our galleries. But I'm going to talk to you today about the one that's behind me, and that is the Venus Mosaic. Now, it's called the Venus Mosaic for a pretty obvious reason, in that in the central roundel, or the central circle, there is an image of a female figurine, and this is Venus. And we know she's Venus because she's holding in one hand a mirror, or she's actually dropping the mirror, and this relates to the fact that Venus was a goddess of beauty. And in her other hand, she's holding something a little bit less obvious, and it looks like a ball, but it's actually an apple. So in Greek mythology, the goddess Aphrodite took part in a competition with 2 other goddesses. And the competition was to find out who was the most beautiful. So they asked a human called Paris to judge the competition for them. Now, he wasn't too keen to do this. So what they did was they all offered him, if you like, reasons to choose them. They offered him prizes. And what Aphrodite offered him was the love of the most beautiful woman in the world. And Paris decided that this was a prize worth going for. So he announced that Aphrodite would win the competition. And her prize was a golden apple. And on the golden apple, it said, "To the fairest." Now, Venus, as a Roman goddess, was the Roman counterpart of the Greek goddess Aphrodite. She was seen as basically being linked to her, almost the same person. So Venus, in our mosaic, also holds a golden apple that shows that she is the most beautiful of the goddesses. So around Venus, we have another scene, and you can see 4 animals. We have a stag, a leopard, a bull, and a lion. These animals are running, so what they're actually doing is they're taking part in a hunt. And if we look at the lion a bit more closely, you can see that he's actually been speared, he's been caught, and there's a spear that runs right through him, and you can even see some red blood coming out of his stomach. So he's not doing too well, obviously, in this hunt. The other animals are running, as I say, and 2 of them have Latin names written under them. So the lion is called the fiery lion, and the bull is called man-killer, or the bull man-killer. Now, what this tells us is this isn't just any hunt. This is a hunt in an amphitheatre. This is a gladiatorial hunt, and they are part of games, they are part of entertainment. And we can actually see who's hunting them as well, because between the animals we have 4 figures, or there were 4, 3 of them now survive. And these figures are the hunters, or the gladiators, fighting the animals in the amphitheatre. And one of them carries something above his head, so it may be a rolled up net, it might be a rope, and they are going to use this to try and capture the animals. One of the others has a spear ready to throw, just like the spear that we saw in the lions, through the lion. And one of the figures actually might be female. So that's quite interesting, because it tells us that possibly we have females being used in these celebrations. And so what we're probably seeing here, or what we might be seeing, is a celebration for the goddess Venus. So we have Venus in the middle, she's shown with a merman or a triton next to her with a fishtail. And she's the centre of this celebration. And around her, we have games which may be part of a festival of Venus. So as part of this festival, we have humans and we have animals being sent into an arena. They were fighting for their lives in front of crowds of people in honour of the goddess Venus. So if you'd like to come and see the Venus Mosaic, or any other of the mosaics in our museum, they are at the Hull and East Riding Museum in the Roman Gallery.